Today I'm going to talk about implementing an equality-based system, moving from a world money system based on inequality to a world system of equality. First, we'll start with the current money system. And for those who are not seeing what is happening to the world, what's going on, and it's very likely that if you're watching this video, some of us watching this video really still have no clue as to what is taking place in the world, why it is taking place in the world, and to an extent, almost totally, if you have access to this video, the reason, cause behind your not understanding what is taking place in this world is your desire to not understand what is taking place in this world, starting from a point of fear. Basically, our oceans are dying, the ecosystem is dying, 150 to 200 animal species are going extinct every single day. Obviously, this process of extinction is accelerating, not decelerating. Huge zones within the ocean, last I read, was two sides of the state of Texas are called dead zones. These zones are zones kind of in the middle of the ocean where the ocean twirls, circulates, the currents go around. It's where the ocean deposits its garbage, basically, that we throw in there. And it's just dead, devoid of oxygen, devoid of marine life. It's just garbage zones. And that's expanding. Now, those of you who don't know where most of our oxygen in this world comes from, it comes from the ocean. The plant life in the ocean taking in the CO2 and releasing oxygen and CO2. So our current ecosystem, that which enables life on Earth to survive, is dying, and it's being killed off. The direct cause is humanity. Humans' total lack of concern for anything but themselves. Greed, self-interest, wanting more, having to have more at all costs. A new iPhone every year, the latest iPad, the latest technology gadget, without considering that every time we buy something new, the resources that go into making that, and then the destruction to the environment that occurs as a result of disposing of that object. So our Earth is dying. Humanity cannot survive on its own. Everything else on this Earth is able to survive without humans. Humans are the odd one out. Interestingly enough, we're the one that is causing all the damage. Humanity, even though the population continues to grow, is also on the verge of wiping itself out. In case you haven't studied history, look at the previous world wars, the conflicts leading up to them, and it's always been about money. And you'll see right now we're in a situation very similar to the prefixes of World War one and two. The differences are our capacity to destroy nuclear weapons and all sorts of other kinds of weapons which the average person has no clue of. So humanity is also on the verge of extinction. Nature uh, nature appears not willing to sit back anymore. See, our antibiotics no longer have an effect. Read the scientific journals, and you'll see scientists, doctors admitting that today's antibiotics are useless against the superbugs. Modern science is not as fast as nature, and nature is standing up with its own weapons, finally, to defend itself against humankind, the human race, to the end, annihilation. So the reason we need to implement an equality-based system is so that we start to see all as one, all as a piece of the whole, and in so seeing, move for what is best for all. Stop the current flows of consequences and reverse it. This is an option. It's do or die. We either do it and start getting it done very quickly, or we will pass the point of no return for humanity. And when I say no return, there may be some that survive. There are those that are preparing for this. But the human race, as we know it, will be gone. And then what happens? Start over again, another cycle. Or maybe not even start over again, because we may make this planet uninhabitable before this planet is able to stop us, or before we stop ourselves and change ourselves. So the implementation of an equality-based system starts with realizing that each individual actually has been creating the current system. And you say you have nothing to do with it. That's not correct. The parts of the whole make up the whole, and the manifestation of the whole is a sum total of the manifestations, internal and external, of the individual parts. In this case, creating the world system of money has been human beings and human beings alone. So the first point is realization that that your vote counts. You are able to stand up and do something. How does one stand up and do something? By acknowledging that something needs to be done, first of all. By looking into the problems. Simply acknowledging it. Stop ignoring it. Face the fear, basically. Face the fear that we've all been hiding in the backs of our minds. And realize that you and I and each and every other human being on this planet create what is currently manifesting as the world system of money. And those with more, much more in terms of money, resources that they control, understand that you're a dwindling few. Perhaps we're a dwindling few. This is happening. The gap between the rich and the poor is getting larger and larger all the time. That gap simply refers to the percentage of poor compared to the percentage of super rich. And you'll see that a larger and larger percentage is becoming poor. A smaller and smaller percentage is becoming rich, leaving basically the super rich or the extreme elite obviously they're not solving any problems. So we've got to do it ourselves. So in implementing an equality-based system, first step is realization, acknowledgement that there's a problem, and realization that we are the question, we are the answer. We are the problem, we are the solution. The second step is looking into the solutions, and you can start by going to equalmoney.org for that. There's been comprehensive studies, research and proposals put forth regarding an equality-based system. By equality-based system, I don't just mean equality-based economic system, but political system, social system, the entirety of everything that is here, bringing it to equality. Yet it is a step-by-step process with the goal of, with each implementation of the new, phasing out the old, which does not serve that which is best for all, and in doing so, creating a new foundation, totally eliminating the old foundation. And the reason I say it's necessary to eliminate the old foundation, that which does not support what is best for all, is because in the past we, as is seen in cycles of revolutions, thought that implementing change from the top down, from the position of the throne, so to speak, was the way to do it. And this has not worked historically, as is seen, because we left the foundation of the old. And what happened was the new, resting on the foundation of the old, came to stand, symbolize the same as the old, control, simply with a different symbol at the top of the pyramid. So in implementing a new equality-based system, the goal, as I see it, is to do it component by component, depending, of course, on lots of things, the backing of the people, the political integration, and that which is best for the people, taking into consideration the disruptions that will be caused by such a change, transformation. Etc. So that's how it's done, from the bottom up, chipping away at the foundation, piece by piece, until there is no more foundation, not even an equality-based foundation, because within equality there is no foundation. There is no one piece resting on the other. All pieces are joined together, working together. That's what equality is. Perfect balance. Sounds like an idea of utopia. Well, maybe that's what utopia is, and maybe it's time, or maybe not. No, I doubt it. It sounds like just an idea. Well, the choice is ours. Continue down the road of ignorance, which is no longer even blissful for most, for many, getting less and less blissful. Or we stand up and do something. And if you have the ability to watch this video and surf the internet, you have the ability to make a change. Start by becoming self-aware to an extent of the problems, realizing the problems, realizing that as the problem, we individually and collectively as a whole are the solution, and we still are able to implement a solution. But the window of opportunity within which to implement this solution is closing, I would say, quickly. Look at the extinction of species. Go back 10 years. Now it's 150 to 200. What was it 10 years? That window will not remain open forever. We will, if we do not move ourselves, direct ourselves to change this system, stand for an equality-based system, this window of opportunity will close, and the misery will continue, and it will spread to all. There will be no one spared in this. That's, yeah, well, deep inside, you understand this. We all do. So, check out equalmoney.org. There's another one called An Economist's Journey to Life. Check out that. Become involved in be part of the change instead of part of the problem. For those who care to understand how things actually work in this world, the relationship between energy and substance, life, what we are, what we're doing here, check out Desteni, DESTENI.org. And what do you have to lose? We're all going to die anyway, sooner or later. Just a question of looking back at the moment of death and asking ourselves, did we even move ourselves one bit for what was best for all? Or did we consciously ignore? Thank you.